Yes, welcome back to Beyond the Nest. We've got a very special guest with us. He is the recent life membership inductee at the Hesket Football Netball Club. He's a great man. Stuart Braddy, thanks for joining us on the show, mate.
G'day, Yeendy. How you going, mate?
Yes, very well, thanks, mate. Now, I'm going to ride shotgun here and go through just a little bit of my personal history with you that probably quite a few people know. As many around Hawkland know, that Stu and I go way, way back to the under-16s. Stu, actually,
whippersnapper.
Absolutely, mate. And I'm gonna be up front with this one. Stu was the one that ended my football career, and I mean that in all due respect. Probably one of the bravest things I ever did as a kid growing up. Which was probably set the relationship between Stu and I. Is that I remember one under-16s training night. I sort of went over to him and I said, Stu, I think it's I don't think it's football's time is for me to play anymore. And then we sort of had a chat about it. And then a few minutes later, he brought everyone in. Told all the boys and gave me a really good rev up, and then that ultimately led me to following a path in football, but not in a playing capacity. So, and Stu and I have had a great amount of respect ever since then for the last sort of 16 years. So, I couldn't talk more highly of you, mate.
No, Yeendy, you brought tears to my eyes. Mate, that was a very honest appraisal of that, mate, and I've always admired you, and I'm sure you've used the story to many of your family and friends as I've done it. But, mate, honestly, to see a young fellow, I think you were 15 and a half, maybe 16 at the time.
Yep.
And you realised that there were probably 24 blokes ahead of you that were going to be kicked each week. And you made the big decision, and I've done nothing but admire you for it. But having said that, mate, to see you go on with a football career in calling games and of course your administration role with the Football Netball League, or should I say AFL Goldfields, beg your pardon.
Yep.
And to see your all players, and one of the proudest moments was when you received your award from the RDFL one night. I just thought that was huge, mate. It brought a smile on my face.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's that's an award I still now living up in sunny Queensland, still hanging about the place very proudly, and it's probably some of that momentum personally that. Like calling footy games and stuff like that, which you sort of opened the door for, that sort of led me to writing for the RDFNL Record and doing some web TV shows, which I've done hundreds of them now, that led me into calling, and now I'm calling games up here in Queensland and getting my foot wet up here. So it's the influence you have on young people, mate.
Thanks, mate. Now, mate, I don't know whether you're aware that we did agree that before this started that you'd give me $10 for every time you mentioned Queensland, so up for $20.
Well, maybe one day you'll move up here to Queensland, mate. So
you never know what might happen.
Now, congratulations on the recognition again. It's been a long journey with the club, but sort of started at the juniors. Tell us a little bit about what it was like when you first walked in the door and wanted to get involved at Woodend in any football capacity.
Well, but if we go back to the junior days, I was only having a chat with my wife the other night, Fiona, about it. I remember as a young dad down there, and I think my oldest son was playing under 10s or whatever, mm-hmm. and a lady by the name of Kelly Croft came up to me and said, "Oh, Mr. Braddy, would you mind being the goal umpire?" And, of course, I just turned around and said yes, because I believe that's what parents should do, get involved.
Absolutely.
And she was almost shocked that she's asked a new dad, and he said yes straight away. And you won't believe it, Yeendy, but my young boy kicked his first goal that day, and I was the goal umpire. And I still, to this day, don't know whether I should have ran out there and hugged him or stood there and waved the flags. But anyway, so then I was encouraged by a great friend of mine in Barb Germain to get onto the junior committee, which led to me being the president of the junior club for 3 years. Also coached down to 16s along with my great mate Dale Stacey. Won the flag in 04, I think it was. 04, I think it was, the under 16 grand final.
Yep.
Then our boys, my oldest son Matthew and Christian, and Dale's son Matt, were becoming big boys and going up to play under 18 football. So we put our hand up to coach the under-18s. In our first year, we took the guys to a grand final, which was a draw at the end of the day, and a replay the following week, which we lost by a point to our arch rivals, Macedon.
Oh, those dirty cats.
And that was 05, I think that was. No, it would have been 04, a big vote, 04. And then 06, I became the senior president, which I said I'd never do. But anyway, I put my hand up, and but I remember very clearly we had the AGM, and of course, like I'm sure every club goes through it, waiting for people to put their hands up, and I thought, I can't sort of be here for 2 years and then also be the president or whatever, So I didn't put my hand up, and then the following week we had a special AGM, and still nobody put their hand up, so I came home and had a chat with the owner and said, look, what do you think if I have a crack at it? And I must say, Yeendy, much to my surprise, when I was the president of the juniors, obviously you have mums and dads coming up and they don't like the coach, and, the coach doesn't give their kid a go, and so I thought, gee, being the senior president couldn't possibly be as hard or as difficult as the junior president. Well, how wrong you are. I should say. When you get to senior level, you've got 42 egos, and half the players love the coach, the other half don't like the coach, and you've got sponsors to worry about, money, revenue. Obviously, there's the alcohol sales, so you've got to be diligent with your with how you handle the alcohol, especially with underage and intoxicated people and sort of things. So a lot more responsibility came with the senior job. But anyway, a good mate of mine, Bruce Gonzalez, was elected to be the new senior coach.
Mm-hmm.
And we started the season off like a bomb. It was just sensational. I think from memory, we might have been 5-0.
Yep.
So we're sitting sort of on first or second on the ladder. But lo and behold, much to my surprise, I heard rumblings, but as I said at the time that I certainly wasn't going to act on rumblings. I needed the players to come to me. They weren't all that happy with Panch. So the players had a meeting, and mate, it was probably the only Thursday night that I'd missed. It was my cousin's 40th birthday.
Oh, no.
And I missed the Thursday night, and I got a call from my offside in Dale saying Panch is gone. So he sort of fell on the sword. He realised that he'd lost the players and that, so he gave it away. And then once again I had a bit of sleepless night thinking, what do we do now? So I rang Nick Giddings, who's a legend of the club, a fellow life member now that I've been inducted. And I said, he was coaching the reserves at the time, I said, Gids, I need you to coach the ones. And help me steer the ship back straight. It was sort of off going off course a bit. So Gids was good enough to take on the reins, and his offsider, pup Trevor Bowen, was stepped up and took on the reserves job on his own. He was assistant Gids.
Yep.
And we continued on our merry. I think Gids' first game we played Romsey at home, and we got up on the last kick of the day. So we probably should have known then that good things were in store for us. But anyway, we made the preliminary final in 06.
That's right.
And we played Diggers Rest at Macedon's ground.
That's heartbreaking.
And at the end of the game, it was all tied up. So, of course, the rules have been changed by then that the extra time was played. And I was only talking to Gids the other day, and he looked over at his bench, and I think he had 4 blokes sitting there with ice on their knees and buttocks and thighs and heads, and he said, this is going to be tough. Anyway, Diggers Rest knocked us over. So we all got together and commiserated and that sort of thing. And then the following year, 2007, lo and behold, we became premiers. So it was a whirlwind tour, so to speak. I enjoyed every minute of it, loved working with kids. I don't think there was a Monday morning that I didn't get a phone call from the senior coach, and we'd have a bit of a chat about things in general. I think we worked together well, happy team on the field and off the field. I had a great committee, very, very supportive. We all worked diligently together to make sure the club was running smoothly off the field. and kids work tirelessly with Pap and others on the field. So and I think Lockie, EJ Whitten was coaching the under-19s, the under-18s back then. So
I think he coached the premiership in his first year.
Could very well have done that. I know 07 we won the under-18s and the seniors, so it was a great year. And then 2008 the reserves won the flag. So each grade won the flag within sort of 12 months. So the club has been in good shape ever since. We're on a bit of a down at the moment, mate. But football's a big wheel. It just keeps going around. You go to the bottom and you come back to the top. The main thing is that we keep our club strong, close, and the beauty of Wood and Hesket, mate, we're not just a footy club, we're like a family, you know. Yes, we have little tiffs and that sort of thing, like all families do, but all in all, mate, we're there for the one cause, mate, and that's to give the young people a place to belong and a place to call home, you know.
And the club's really sort of thrived within the community in such a positive way over the journey as well. And to have that premiership success was outstanding. And I guess over the journey as well, we're really starting to see the netballers come on too. And I know around the time that you got involved, there was a time I was getting involved as well. We started to see a lot more of the girls around, and we really started to see more of a family-friendly environment, which became more inclusive of the community and really put the club front and centre with all the community ongoings.
Oh, absolutely, mate. Look, since we've had Kelly up on board as our netball coordinator, so to speak, mate, she's just so passionate about the game, and she's loved by all the girls. She's recruited the right people around her. In Anne Louise and Wendy, of course, you know. The netball side's just been really, really good. And our under 19 girls, I think it is, under 18 girls. They made it last year all the way, but got pipped. But mate, the netball side's just going on beautifully. Of course, you look at the other side of it, and there was a Cookie spoke to me one night at a presentation night about a masters team, so he and I sort of got together there and put a bit of a master plan together. Obviously, I couldn't get too involved because I was the president for my second time around at the senior club. Yeah. But the senior club had a lot to do with getting the masters up and going. They bankrolled them for the first 12 months until they became self-sufficient, which they've certainly done that. Yeah, they're a success story within themselves. So if you look at a little town like Wood End, under the umbrella of the Wood End Hesket Netball Club, football clubs ticking along nicely. Could always do with more sponsors. Could always do with more volunteers, like any organisation. The netball's going along beautifully. The young, the underage teams are just thriving all the time, which is a credit to the junior development at the club. And then of course you've got the masters, who are a separate identity, but they're certainly every part of the club and that, mate. So, nowadays, little Johnny or little Mary can play football or netball under 10s and still be playing football and hopefully netball down the track at the age of 60 if they want to do that. So, it's just a really healthy environment for the township this size.
It's simply amazing, mate. Now, back when you were sort of president, I honestly don't know how much time you had left in the day, but you were involved in the committee at Wood and Hesket. You were on the board of the RDFNL, and you were a business owner, and you were a husband, and you were a dad. How did you manage it all, if you did manage it at all?
But at times it was difficult. You know, look, my own business probably suffered to a certain degree, but having my own business, I could work after hours, so to speak, to catch up on things. I've got a very, very supportive wife who supports me in everything I do. So, my kids don't talk to me. Look, it was probably easier the second time around as president because my two both stopped playing and all that sort of thing. But I know my youngest bloke probably hated no 6, no 7 because Dad was the president. So any time the 18, 19-year-olds ran amok, I'd be pulling him by the ear and sending him home and all that sort of thing. You know. But no, look, my kids have always supported what they do. You get out of what you put into it, and I don't think I missed too many of my kids' junior games. I was always there on the sidelines or in an official capacity of some sort. So
did you have the support from, I guess, a volunteer role on the day that whenever your boys were playing, because I know at one stage you had Chris O that might have been playing under 18s and Matt might have been playing reserves. Did you sort of ever have that opportunity where you could have that time to watch them both play with other commitments on the day?
No, mate, not really. I mean, look, as the president, I used to always say I was there all day, but I didn't see much footy. You've always got somebody having a chat to you, or there's an issue here, or whatever. But mate, my love's always been about the club, you know. And I can remember, if I just digress a minute, I remember I had a bit of a heated debate with a parent a couple of years ago, and anyway, he just questioned on why I'm still at the club when I've got no kids playing there anymore. And I stopped at my tracks and I said, well, mate, I'll tell you why, because 15 years ago I walked in the door and I fell in love, you know, and I think, I suppose that's what it's been, mate. I'm passionate about the Wood End Hesket Football Netball Club. I love the people at the Wood End Hesket Football Netball Club. Look, I've made many of my lifetime friends at the Wood End Hesket Football Netball Club. You know, Dale Stacey, obviously, he and I become great mates over the years, and that. Mick Shanahan, just another, he's an old bugger, but he's a great mate of mine. Paul Newman, mate, endless. But it's just it's been a great time. I look forward to many more years of it.
Was it sort of hard picking up again the second time, or were you sort of adamant that you wanted to get into it again? Without sounding like I'm beating my own drum or whatever, but the club was sort of floundering a little bit, and nobody in particular, but it just didn't seem to be a happy place. Yep. So my good mate Dale had a chat with me and said, mate, what do you reckon we come back? And I said, well, let me just check with the boss first. And so I said to Dale, what do you say? Well, you're a footy head, do what you got to do. So we had another crack at it and tried to steady the ship and that. It was just more on a financial basis and that. And we knew then it was getting harder and harder to raise money and all that sort of thing. So we got our hands dirty again, got the right people involved with us and that, and steadied the ship. Yeah. And I'm pleased to say, mate, that after I did the second time, I think I'm trying to think who took over from me. It might have been. Was it Gids? No. Sorry, it was Johnny Nichols. Yep, that's right. Johnny Nichols for 12 months, and then Gids for 12 months, and now we've got Paul Pods, great bloke. I played all this footy with Wood End Hesket, just doing a ripper job, mate. And I always ask if there's anything he needs me to do, whatever. But mate, look, they're pretty good. They leave me to watch a bit of footy nowadays, but I'm always there to lend a hand, whether it's a raffle ticket or beer or whatever. So I must say, as someone who's sort of been working around football and netball for a number of years, and even a hawk to the core, it's been interesting since you've taken over that second time. The message of trying to get the community to really rally behind the club has sort of echoed through Johnny and Gids and Pods. I still feel that message that the focus that you brought on in your second time around still exists in the heart of the club today, which for me personally, I wanted to get involved a lot more back when you took over the second time, almost as much as I like staying involved now. I just think that message has really gone out to the community, and people want to have a lot of buy-in to what the club's providing. Yeah, thanks, mate. I think it has, and I think it's really important that people understand that. Many years ago, football clubs had a stigma about them. They were full of meatheads and loud mouths and all that sort of thing. Mate, at senior level, it's like running a small business. Obviously, it's run with volunteers and all that sort of thing. It's certainly gotten through to a lot of people now that
and we started our campaign when we came back with strength in numbers. And the only way you get strength in numbers is getting everybody on board. You know what I mean? And that's, you need the netballers to contribute, you need the footballers to contribute, you need the public to contribute. We've been very fortunate over the last few years. We've now got probably the best surface in the league, which is just a delight for our players. They can train on there all year round and play every home game. If you remember, Chris, that in my second time round, we had to get off the ground for I think it was 2 seasons. That's correct. You had to play over at Romsey. So we were playing home at Romsey, and mate, look, full credit to the committee I had at the time, and that you know, every home game we're packing up pile warmers and dim sim steamers and coffee making machines, and taking all the food and drinks over to Romsey, setting up, packing it all down at the end of the day. So, that was really, really tough. That was really, really tough. So, but strength in numbers, mate, we were able to get through. The club was able to, we were every chance of maybe losing a lot of money that year if we didn't have those volunteers doing what they did and giving us a chop out in that, you know. And that's another thing I love about the club too, Yeendy, is the amount of life members that haven't walked away from the club or anything because they've got their life membership. They're there, whether they're tossing hamburgers or marking the ground or something like that. Yeah, you can bet your life there's a life member behind it. It's just a great place to be, mate, honestly. It's a great place to be. That's fantastic. Well, Stu, you are a 2-time life member because you've got your membership with the RDFNL. You're a 2-time, I think, is it AFL Premiership mascot, multiple-time Premiership winning coach, and you've done. You're going to throw titles there, mate. I'm the reigning Brisbane Lion back-to-back Premiership mascot, mate. that might rolls off my tongue. That might change after this year. You just never know the way the boys are going. No, I'll still be the reigning back-to-back, mate. Until we get 2 in a row, I reckon my title might be pretty safe for a while. Well, hopefully for your boys that might change a little bit. You just never know, mate. We do appreciate your time here on Beyond the Nest, and we wish you all the best, and congratulations again for your magnificent achievement. Thanks, Yeendy, and I'll finish off like I always used to. I am, you are, we are within Hesket.